Dolphins and the Storm, Lee. So, look, putting 42 points on the Storm is no easy feat. And now the Storm have conceded 40 consecutive points before. So, how do we feel about that one?
I did a little bit of research. This isn't a new thing that for Craig Bellamy to be concerned about. He was unhappy with their trial defence. Now, again, most of us would think, well, a trial really doesn't matter. But Craig Bellamy actually went to town in a press conference after one of his trials. I think it was the second trial with a Storm, and said, we've got some defensive problems. This week, he was actually a little bit lost for words. And, of course, the attack wasn't on point in the second half too. And I then go to the influence of Harry Grant, who I think as the years go on is becoming even more influential in the Melbourne Storm. Because when you play, it's a bit like an arm wrestle, isn't it? The more pressure you put on the opposition, the less they can put pressure on you. They have to come back into the arm wrestle to put pressure on you. And I just think that it all came to a culmination in that second half, if you like, and they folded. So there's a couple of warning signs in there for Melbourne that they're not quite the resilient defensive outfit.
He's made the finals for 25 years straight.
Mm-hmm.
They are the premiership favourites. They can't be up every week. They've got their all-world star hooker missing. They had Jack Howarth go down. They had to put Joe Chan in the centres. They've got some injury concerns at the moment, I think, the Melbourne Storm. He knows it's a long year. Yeah. I think they just write this one off as, hey, boys, we've got to learn some lessons in terms of about keeping our intensity. They've blown every game they've won, they've blown teams away.
They might have been a little bit complacent after getting...
I'm not going to say complacent because Craig
16-0 up.
Craig Bellamy is Craig Bellamy. You know, he's up there, the top 3-4 coaches of all time. Mm-hmm. I just think he's had one of those nights where he sits back and goes, that's not the loss that we needed to have, because you never want to lose. But you know this, you lose games and you think you're going well, and you may have seen things during the week and you let it go and you think maybe we can handle this.
That's right.
Maybe we can't. Melbourne have got that much credit in the bank. This is a flash in the pan. They play Souths this week, Anzac Day, down in Melbourne. They'll be fine.